2008 Honda Civic Coupe. I'm gonna change the air oil separator. So first things first, I'm gonna remove the wiper arms and all these. So basically you just lift this up right there, and then there's a nut right there. Do that for both sides. By the way, it's a 17 mil. 17 mil. So in order to remove the arm, basically just slip this up, give it a push down, and then swivel it up right there. So next, remove this rubber piece, and then there are clips holding this down, so remove that. So to remove the 3 clips, try to separate it, pop it out here, so it gets connected like that, so it clips into this piece. But now you can take it out, and same thing on that side. Just be very gentle not to break it off. Okay, so once you got that piece out just like that, you wanna, this is for your washer nozzle to feed the washer fluid. So take it out of this hose, this line right here, just pop out the hose. I'm gonna need 2 hands to pick at it, but yeah, that's what you need to do. Alright, so once you got that out, just like that, so right there, now you can take this piece out. So next on the agenda is basically taking this plate off. So 10 mil right here, 10 mil over there, or 12 mil. There's 10 mil at the back, 10 mil over there, 10 mil, 10 mil, 2 12s over there. And this piece should come off, and it should give us enough room to remove the intake manifold at the back. Alright, so once you got all the bolts out, so this is what you do. It could be a little tight, but you just want to lift it up. I already lifted it up earlier, but it was a little tight, but just give it some force and it'll come out. So you can see 10, 10, 10 mil, 10 mil, 10 mil, and then 2 12s there and 2 12s over here, and that should come out just like that. So there you go. So now I'm gonna work at the back area. So what I'm gonna do first is disconnect this connector right here for the throttle body. It's a little tight, but yeah, you just basically press this tab. There you go. Take it out of that, and then this plastic piece, I can remove it now by lifting, just lift it up. Okay, so it's just clipped down. So there you go. So there you go. Just 2 tabs on the rubber grommet. Now I'm gonna disconnect this fuel line. So there's a plastic cover right there. So what you wanna do is just use like a pick and just, or a flathead screwdriver, and pop it out. Just pop out the cover, and you can see the connector right there. So basically you want to depressurize the fuel system, right? So what you can do is take out the fuel pump relay and run the car till it dies. But I'm just gonna wear safety goggles and slowly release this. So see this green tabs, 2 green tabs, you just press down this way, and then the one on the bottom, press it up, and you should be able to pull this line off. Okay, so fuel line is disconnected, as you can see right there. Now next, this fuel rail with the injectors are held down by two 10mm nuts. So there's one right there and there's one right there. So I'm gonna take those out, and don't forget to take out these two bolts right here also, and then unplug the injectors, and then the whole fuel rail with the injector should pop off. Alright, so after I removed the two nuts for the fuel rail, took out the two bolts right here, disconnected the wires, so I just grabbed the little pry bar and placed it like right here and gave it a tug, and as you can see, the injectors are loose and there it is. So be careful, make sure all the O-rings are in place, which they are. So when you put it back, make sure you put a little Seal Glide or some lube to push it back on. Alright, so now as you can see, we can access the bolts for the intake manifold right here, right there. There's one right here with the bracket, and I'm not sure where the other ones yet are, but now I want to work on this area. So I'm gonna remove the air filter box and undo it from here. So I'll take out all the tubing here, and I'm just gonna leave the throttle body with the intake manifold, and hopefully I can get it out that way. But I haven't really decided or know that that's gonna work, so I'll let you know what I did after. So this area, this right there, so you just basically take this out by pushing it back, lifting it up, unplug this. Now it's out of the way. Now you unclip this, and this air box should come out just like that. So there's half of it. Air filter is clean. All right. So next, there's a 10mm right here, and I think that is it. So but when I loosen this and take out this pipe, and also loosen that right there, the strap, I believe that might be an 8mm. Alright guys, so that was actually a 5.5 mil. So now that's loose. Just unplug this connector right here. Same thing, press down on the tab and pull. Could be a little sticky, just be patient. There you go. And you might want to undo this right here. So the clamp, well, you know what I mean. So undo that right there. So now that's loose. So there was a 10mm right here and a 10mm right in the bottom there. It's kind of hard to see. Right there. Okay, so one thing, don't bother undoing this one because there's coolant in here, so you're gonna lose some coolant, and it runs, I guess, right here to down here to over there. So what I want to do is just sneak this bellows out, unplug it from here, and take this whole assembly out. Alright guys, so I got it out. So for some reason this one is not winding, it's not loosening, it's just turning there. So basically I had to loosen this one off instead. So that's fine, I'm just gonna leave that boot there like that. But what I do need to do, or what you need to do is, this was very tight to come out, so you gotta lift it from the back side, just pry it up. So I used one of this hook tool. I went from the back right here and just lifted it up from that piece right there. Alright, so now I think what I want to do is take out the throttle body. So there's, hopefully I can get to it. Hopefully this is not in the way. But there's right here 12 or a 13. There's 4 of them all around the throttle body, and this whole piece should, oh, I'm gonna have to find that. Alright, so now I'll remove the throttle body. Found it. Alright guys, so I managed to get this off. I need to get it out because I can't access this bolts, which are 12 mils for the throttle body. So, but I got it out. I forced it out, but I don't know why, but it's just spinning right there. So somebody cross-threaded it at some point. So I'm gonna figure a way later to put it back in, but right now I just want to get all this out of the way so I can fix that air oil separator in the back that's leaking. Alright, so there's the 4 bolts for the throttle body. So basically I'm just gonna take this hose out and then just flop it over. And one more thing, don't lose the gasket. So the gasket is attached to this throttle body at the back side right now. I'll show you guys as soon as I take out this hose and flip it over. So there's the gasket. It was stuck behind this throttle body, but it should go to this spot like that. Alright, so, oh, so you can just stick it back into where it's supposed to be, just like that. So the way you can tell is there's like a little location tab on the back side right there. Okay, so now my next move is probably take out this hose right here, this one that leads to this, to the booster. So that hose there, and then take out that bracket for the power steering line right here, this one right here in the back side. Yeah, this bracket right here. I'm not sure if I have to remove this. That's the, for the VTEC solenoid, I believe. I've already replaced that O-ring because it was leaking as well. I need to take out this hose right here as well. So yeah. Okay, so this hose is out of the way. This one right here, and the bracket for the power steering is also out. That was a 10mm bolt. And this hose, the one that goes to the booster, is already out as well. So now I'm gonna start to unbolt this intake manifold. So there's 3 up top that I can see, and there's probably gonna be another 3 on the bottom area, which is kind of hard to show you at the moment. Alright guys, so I believe there's 6 that I gotta undo. So there's 1, 2, 3 right here, and then there's 1 right below this solenoid right here. It's kind of hard to show you guys, but you gotta look through the mirror there. And then there's definitely 1 right behind here, underneath. And then there's also 1 right there underneath this one, right in the middle. So you gotta go through the back area right there, and you should get 1 right here. And there's 1 more on the bottom right here underneath the throttle body. Alright, I'm just gonna show you guys after, because it's kind of hard to show you guys. Alright guys, so I got the middle one right there. So the trick is, I used the ratchet with an extension and then a shallow. Also, that extension, if I can get it out of here, kind of hard with one hand, but I don't want to lose the bolt either. Oh, there you go. So the trick is, I used a shallow 12, but my extension, it's got a, see if I can get it up, magnetic on the other side, so it's perfect for this one. Alright, so it's a 3/8 6-inch with a magnetic and a shallow, and you should be able to get the bottom bolts for the intake manifold, no problem. Alright guys, I believe I'm on my last nut. So this one, you need to use a semi-deep socket because the shallow won't go over the stud. I think this is the last bolt. I'm gonna show you guys after I remove it. Alright guys, so unfortunately you're gonna need a hoist or you're gonna crawl under, because you see that bottom of this intake manifold right there. I need to take those, or that 2 10 mils right there, or that 112 on the back of it, so I could take out the intake manifold completely. And of course, don't forget to unplug the connector right there up top. So I'm gonna go ahead and take out that 12 mil right there, and then the bracket will go up with the intake manifold. So there it is guys. As soon as I unbolt that bracket, look, the intake manifold just came out. So I'm gonna try to sneak it out of there, but I'm gonna need 2 hands. Basically, I mean, this area is clear, that area is clear, so I think I could sneak it out this way. If not, I'm just gonna push it back to where I can access, because what I wanna do. Alright guys, so that's the plate right there. So I gotta remove that plate. There's like 6 bolts, I believe, that's holding it in place. I can't really see it. So what I did is I basically just put that intake manifold right there, pushed it back, and I think I'm gonna have enough room to take this plate out. So basically, you need to take out this connect or whatever right there. So there's a tab that you just pull back, plastic tab, and then this one should just slide out. So I'm gonna put that out of the way, and then I'm gonna get my ratchet and start taking out the bolts for that plate. Alright, as you can see, that's where the leak is coming from. It's pretty wet right below it. So all that work just for that plate. Alright guys, I believe I got all the bolts out. You can see I got 6 of them out. So this plate is kind of stuck right now, right? Because it's stuck on silicone. So I need to get like a little flathead screwdriver and wedge it in the corner and start prying it out a little bit. Just be gentle with it, but it should come out. I'm gonna try that right now. So right there guys, I got me a flathead. I don't know if you guys can see it, it's kind of hard, but see it's resting on the side there. And I'm just gonna start to work it like this. There it is. So it came out already. So there's gonna be some oil that's gonna drip down the bottom. That's new. Oh, there it is. There's the plate. And there it is. So that's what it looks like. Alright. So now I'm gonna go ahead and clean this and put fresh new silicone and clean the mating surface on the back. It's definitely gonna be hard to show you guys, but definitely clean the mating surface and then put it back into place. So I took out the bolts one by one, and then I from the bottom to the top, just in case it was separate. Different sizes, but they're all the same. So yeah, have at it. You can mix and match. Alright guys, so that's how you would do the oil air separator on a 2008 Honda Civic. This is a coupe, but I'm pretty sure, not 100%, but whatever has this engine, it should be the same procedure. So I guess reverse removal procedure, right? So you guys are on your own. Alright, thanks again for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye for now. Peace.